Pokemon evolutions run the range of beloved, to the disappointing, to the plain old bizarre. But nobody can ever call getting a new one boring. Doubly so if a new entry goes back to an older line that could use some love. To that end, I'll be giving 5 older Pokemon's brand new evolutions. As a base rule, I won't be choosing any monsters with Mega Evolutions, because only fully evolved Pokemons can Mega Evolve. Representing the introductory Flying type while also showing off the shiny new Day and Night cycle of Gen 2, it's Hoothoot. Unfortunately, it lost an evolution step compared to its predecessor, Pidgey. So let's fix that oversight with Torkoal, the Timer Pokemon. A normal Flying type, this Pokemon has internal timer perfectly synchronized to the planet's movement, giving it the ability to memorize the movements of prey and strike at precise moments of weakness. Trainers who raise one can be expected to be pegged into punctuality, not only for treats, but also for anything else the Pokemon is asked to remember. Next is the only non-legendary grass psychic line of Exeggutor. It's such a goofy line that I felt that I could use one more face of weirdness, so I came up with Exsize, the big seed Pokemon. As the heads of the Exeggutor age, they eventually physically meld their thoughts and their forms into a single being, allowing the next single head to grow huge with 3 times the nutrition. While it does have the 3 times the psychic abilities, it prefers to spend its days pondering the horizon and soaking up the sun. The main head takes up so much of the nutrition that the Exeggutor seeds on the side of its head take decades to mature, making the sight of seed falling a lucky omen. Third on the list is Drowsy. Based off the Baku, a dream-eating yokai in Japanese mythology, it evolves into the pendulum-wielding Hypno. In the same way that the spoon evolves with the Pokemon in the Abra line, I wanted to upgrade the pendulum, and that's how I got Morpheum, the incense Pokemon. Morpheum is a pure psychic type, likes to sleep on its own fluffy tail after filling up on dreams. It swings its sensor like a pendulum, covering the area with heavy incense smoke. Each one has its own personal mixture, but it can always put its opponents to sleep. Researchers theorize that the different scent shape a different flavor dream. While crafty trainers have taken advantage of this flexibility by giving it various oil mixtures to change the effect of its signature incense wave move, in-game this is represented by the move always benefiting from stab while changing its type. Entering the ring next is Hawlucha, one of the 2 fighting flying type Pokemons. While his original design is really top tier,
Nice.
he is often dwarfed by the other fighting types, making him look more like a rookie than a proper fighter. Overcoming this look without disturbing those original elements is what led to Tekhuwitzel, the hummingbird Pokemon. While its muscles look intimidating, its true power lies in its perfected techniques, allowing it not only to fight for justice, but put on a stunning show and inspire its audience. Its name comes from Technico, a skilled Guka in lucha matches, and Huitzilin, the Aztec word for hummingbird. Of course, if you know wrestling, you know that every face needs a heel. Put your thumbs down and let out your loudest hiss for the evil, violent, odorless cur that is Roodrake. Inspired by the evil-looking shiny Hawlucha that formed a rivalry with Ash's Hawlucha in the anime, legends say that a pitiful Hawlucha was so frustrated with how slowly its training was going, it traded its wings to an evil spirit for more power, evolving into the first Roodrake. Matching this, it loses its flying type, becoming a dragon fighting. It also loses huge amount of speed in exchange for better defense stats. You can often see it training by sloppily brawling with weaker Pokemon, hoping to lure out its smaller cousin. On the note of rivalry, we've had a number of Pokemon that have predator-prey relationships. Pidgeotto fishing for Magikarp, Toxapex munching on Corsola, and even Sableye prying the gems out of Carpink. But why hasn't a word given out about Torkoal and the Colossal line? Torkoal burns coal for energy while Colossal line is covered in it. To right this wrong, I come up with Furnace Snap, the Furnace Pokemon. This Pokemon can only move its heavy armor with energy from massive amount of coal. So it prefers to use ambushes against Carkles to keep its supplies high. While a Furnace Snap smoke will be solid black if it's eaten enough coal, some scientists have warned trainers against this out of the concern for trainers' long-term health. Its battles with Colossals are said to be the things of legend, with both Pokemon glowing white hot with power, being able to boil away nearby lakes. This Pokemon will be a rock fire type and gain the new ability Boiler Boost, raising its special attack and speed by 1 stage when it's hit with fire or water move. And that's the 5 new evolutions for old Pokemon. I hope you all enjoyed and will stick with me while I'm still working out my design sense and my art. Please leave a comment if you think of any non-Mega Evolvers who can use an evolution, or if any of my designs really knocked it out of the park. Oh, and if you hear any ominous wing flaps, that's just Torkoal reminding you to like and subscribe so you can see more. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all sometime soon.